wanted to talk about whether or not your dreams are holding you back, and I'll tell you what I discovered in my life. Okay, remember that I have been talking about how I want to get my talk show. I want my talk show. I closed my business because I wanted to focus on getting my talk show off the ground. I remember before I closed my business, this was an epiphany that I had when I was walking through the park. It was like I was so frustrated that my dream wasn't coming true, that I was just like, I was depressed. My dream wasn't coming true. My dream wasn't happening. And then I realized one day, I was like, what exactly is it that I'm doing? If I say that this is a dream of mine, what am I doing each and every day to quote unquote make this dream come true? Am I sending out my media kit every day? Am I making phone calls every day? Am I participating each day in an activity that will help me quote unquote reach this dream? And so I was like, I realized that I wasn't doing the most that I could. For something that I claimed to be my dream, I was not doing something each and every day to make that dream come true. Fast forward to me closing my business so that I could focus each and every day on making this dream come true. This is what I found, and I want to share this with you all. Okay, I realized that my dreams have been holding me back from happiness, from living, from being in the moment, from participating in my life, from creation, from being happy with what it is that I have now, from even realizing what it is that I have now. You know what? Oh my gosh. I passed 100,000 subscribers, and being so focused on what it was that I didn't have, I didn't even celebrate my 100,000 subscribers that I got on YouTube. This led into a whole bunch of other things, So when I got the 100,000 subscribers, I then was able to get access, or have been granted access, to the largest studios in Los Angeles. But I'm here in New York, and I'm still in New York. I feel like I'm not getting to the point. Let's talk. Okay. I'm here in New York, and I've been shooting and filming in New York. I'm going to tell you what happened to me, right? I realized that, I went to this, let me rewind again. All right. I decided to start going to trade shows. I decided to listen. I didn't even know New York is a television city. So they have so many trade shows in New York focused around television. And they just had the New York TV week, like a month and a half ago. All right. So I went to the New York Television Week. I met Wendy Williams. I met a lot of executives and directors, producers, writers, other people trying to get into TV as well. And I had an epiphany at this event. Let me ask you all some questions, and I want you all to ask yourself some questions too. All right. So here, and you all have been with me on this journey, and I also want to talk about critiques. Remind me to talk about criticisms before I end this video. All right, you all have been with me on this journey with me saying that I quote unquote want to get my show off the ground. Okay, how many minutes is this show supposed to be? What network is this show supposed to be on? If this show is if this show is an hour-long show, right? That's 45 minutes with commercials or whatever. What will the show consist of? If it's going to be on TV, what is going to be the different components of the show? Am I going to have people coming sitting down for 60 minutes? Or am I going out on the street, And I'll tell you this, I did go out on the street, and I did those 2 videos talking to people on the street, seeing what that would be like. I did the live show before I closed my business with people calling in, giving live advice on the air. Remember the TKO advice hour? So I tried that. But I realized that there were some inconsistencies in this quote unquote dream that I had. Like number one, like the things I mentioned. How long is the show going to be? What network is this show supposed to be on? What is the show going to consist of? What's the format of the show going to be? What's the purpose of the show? Who's the audience of the show going to be? Is it going to be men, women? How old are these people going to be? What time of the day is this show going to come on? So it's like, here I am, holding myself back from happiness, like, I can't believe it's not here yet. Why? It's not here. But I haven't even fleshed out what it is that this whole show would consist of. What's the purpose of the show? What's the difference between the show and what it is that I'm doing now? And so after I did the New York Television Week, right? After I went there, I ended up going to StreamCon. Excuse me, my microphone, everything is on. All right. I ended up going to StreamCon. StreamCon is a new event for people who are online video people. All right, so I went to StreamCon, and StreamCon was an interesting experience. It was a great experience. Both of them were really great experiences, and they changed my life. If you're in a field and you have not done this yet, let me see how long I've been talking. I'm going to get out of here soon. No, I'm not. I'm going to be talking for about 5 or 6 more minutes. So this is going to be about a 20-minute video. No, it's not. It's going to be about a 25-minute video. I'm just letting you know right now. Okay. So if you're in a particular field, I suggest that you join some organizations with other people that are in that field and go to some trade shows, meet some other people, do that thing. I've been over here talking about how I want a show so badly, but I think, this is my synopsis, I think that saying that I wanted to show and being so focused on something that was not here made me take what is here for granted, made me not be happy with what it is that I have right now, and it made that thing that I said that I wanted, this unattainable thing, this unattainable ideal. It's like children who were raised with one parent. Let's say you raised with your mama or your daddy. And the parent who wasn't there becomes like a god, like a goddess, like Superman or Superwoman. You idealize and fantasize about who this person is and what your life would have been like if you would have been raised with them. But little did you know that the fact that this person left you in the first place, negates how great this person is or would have been or could have been. That's one of the things that I want to talk about in the next video in terms of dating, why certain relationships don't work out. But let's stay in this video for now, right? And so it was like this dream that I had for some ideal of the future became this fantasy about how wonderful my life would be once this thing happened. There's no transition, like there's no moment. Remember I said moment to moment. You don't go from being unhappy to being yay happy because something comes into your life. Happiness is a choice. If you think about it, you can breathe. Your heart beats every single day. There's nothing on this earth more important than oxygen. So if you can't be happy with the oxygen that you're receiving, what can you be happy with? You'll be happy with a trinket? Trinket's not more important than oxygen. So if you think about your priorities, so here we go. So we take oxygen for granted because it comes so easily. Remember when I did that video about the grapes, and I was talking about not training yourself, not training your guides and your guardian angels to only be able to bring hardships into your life for you to be able to recognize the prize on the other end of the hardship. Be happy for the things that come into your life easily. Be happy for the things that are easy breezy, sweet and peasy. I like that. I did. So listen, so let's go on, right? I realized that having this dream was kind of like I wish I could come up with a word, but basically it was like this, not a dangling carrot, but it was like some fantasy that existed that that I allowed to rob my life, or that I rescinded or gave up the happiness of the moment in exchange for chasing after this thing. I mean, I passed 100,000 subscribers and didn't even celebrate. Not on camera. I didn't even celebrate in the back. I was like, just concentrating on what it is that I don't have. I don't have my verified badge, and I don't have this, and I don't have that, and none of my pages online are verified. Not my Facebook page, not my Twitter page, none of them, even though I have more than 100,000 subscribers on both of them. And so I'm like, oh, this is what I don't have. And it's like, being like that is so disrespectful to the people who've been here on my journey. Complaining about not getting hundreds of thousands of views is disrespectful to the 2,000 faithful people who watch each and every one of my videos. So it's like, I don't know if there's anybody else out there who's suffering from something like this, but suffering on what is not here right now, stopping you from what's enjoying it. Remember when I was in Buenos Aires and I was feeling really poor and I wanted to feel rich? The difference between feeling poor and feeling rich was just the feeling, because none of this is concrete. Everything is whimsical. It passes by. Everything evaporates. The only thing that remains is the memory of it, or the projection to the future. The only thing that remains. So it's like life is made up of these moments of feeling. So if you want to feel something, feel that thing. What is it that I wanted the show for? What did I want the show for that had what I do not have right now? It's like, I couldn't figure it out. What is it that I want that I don't have? You know, I would love to be able to be financially solvent from what it is that I'm doing. And there are ways to be able to make money online, you know, and in the interim, if you haven't already, go over to my website, TonyaTko.com. I'm going to be selling t-shirts to be able to connect with you all and to be able to give you all something that is a piece of me. I have some of my best quotes on there. I have my signature quotes on there. And so they're really beautiful. So go over to TonyaTko.com and make sure that you look for the t-shirts. They're going to be right there on the front page. And get yourself one. I don't know how long I'm going to be selling them. I just wanted to do something for the holiday season. We'll see how they do, how much you all love them. I've been getting a lot of great feedback, so I'm happy about that. And I wanted to, remember I told you to talk to me about criticism before I closed the video. All right. And so basically, one person wrote to me about the t-shirts and was like, oh, these t-shirts are whack. I'm disappointed in you. You could have did better than this. What is this mess? And going off on your girl, right?